I'm going to now turn attention to Anita Anand, Canada's first Hindu foreign minister, who is now entrusted with ensuring that Canada's relationships, important ones, are robust and remain so during an uncertain Trump era. Well, Indo-Canadian Anita Anand is now the country's foreign minister, and this was announced by Mark Carney as he unveiled the cabinet. On your screens are those visuals that came in earlier of Anita Anand being sworn in. Let me now get in Dean Baxendale to talk more about. He's a senior journalist joining us from Ottawa to talk to him about what does this mean in terms of the responsibility that many expect now lies on Anita Anand's shoulders to repair what happened during Trudeau era. Dean, I know that Canada's important relationships also include the US being one of them, most important, along with China. But given the fact that Anita is Hindu of Indian origin, there is a lot of expectation that she will repair what was completely broken during the Trudeau era, the India-Canada relationship.
Yes, thank you, Gaurie. Yes, this is an incredibly important appointment by Prime Minister Mark Carney. Quite frankly, in my estimation, the most important cabinet appointment. Putting a Hindu Canadian in place sends a clear signal that we're not virtue signaling anymore in terms of our international diplomacy. We're putting qualified Canadians. Anita has 3 degrees, one from the University of Toronto, one from Oxford, and one other. And it speaks to also, she was born in Halifax, Canada, on the East Coast, to parents, originally from India. And I think this is a significant appointment. So she has other portfolios before this, i.e., most importantly, Minister of Defense, where I think, unfortunately, after that, Justin Trudeau kind of sidelined her when she should have been on the stage here. So
we're playing out some of her important appointments on the screens, whether it's about training Ukrainian soldiers or whether she was some of the other important assignments. This, of course, is the single most important assignment of her political career so far. But Dean, as I said, important relationships now rest on Anita's shoulders. What, according to you, should be her first set of priorities when you talk about the India-Canada relationship? It's recovered from the nadir, but still a long way to go.
Absolutely. I think, again, we have to go beyond simple soft power diplomacy whereby we're coming out and saying nice things in public about our relationship and where it should move with India. India is going to play a central role in global development over the next 50 years. And it is a democracy. And we need to align ourselves and work with the Indian government where there will be reciprocity, both in cultural exchange, but most importantly, business and trade opportunities that bind our 2 nations together. We have the largest Indo-Canadian populations outside of India. And there are 3 million in Canada. So Anita Anand has a tough job. India is an important ally. And in juxtaposed, we need to figure out what we're going to be doing with China and how we engage with China. Of course, there's been a number of skirmishes between India and China over the past few years. And everyone is, looking towards India as being a buffer and being that opportunity where we can partner with a new and emerging economy. So I think Anita Anand's, job is immense, but I think she has the capability, understanding, and perspective to get it done.
Indeed, and given the realigned world that we live in, trade is also now a very important part of geopolitical relations. Do you see Anita also following that route, viewing a lot of these relationships through the trade prism, maybe bolster the India-Canada trade relationship, which could be the gateway to a stronger bilateral relationship?
Absolutely. Canada started to shift, in about 4 years ago with the Asia Pacific Foundation setting out a new framework. The government itself set out a new framework on the, Indo-Pacific alliance, and therefore, yes, our movement towards India was already being cast. Yes, I see that as being a critical part. There is nowhere but up for our relationship to go, both diplomatically, in business, and in trade with India at this particular point in time. And she can
Absolutely.
help spearhead that.
I'm going to leave it there, Dean. A lot riding on Anita's shoulders, and she could be that bridge between New Delhi and Ottawa. Something that got broken is in the process of being repaired, but it needs to come to the potential that this relationship actually has to offer.